earlier? What the fuck was so funny? Oh, okay. I was just making sure, girl. Just wanted to make sure we didn't have no problems, okay? All right, boo. You have a great one, okay? Bye, boo.
Man, what's up, Uncut family? You already know we back with another one. But this time we right here in downtown Oklahoma City. I'm going to take y'all to a bar, a well-known bar. Well, let's say infamous bar. Infamous probably being an understatement. Let's say a deadly bar, because at least 2 people have died at this location. Now, before we get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And man, it help us get these stories out. And I appreciate y'all. We reached 500 pretty quick. And we gonna continue giving it to you raw, uncut, and legendary. Yeah, let's get to the video.
It's confirming to us that a man was shot and killed after a fight outside of a bar there.
Police say this started as a fight inside the Pink Parrot bar.
Police say a large fight broke out inside of the club.
One suspect produced a knife and stabbed multiple people that he was fighting with.
I'm not even gonna sit here and tell y'all that at one time Pink Parrot wasn't a vibe, because at one time Pink Parrot was definitely a vibe. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they just started letting anybody in, but I definitely remember watching the John Jones fight there. All right. Let me chill before you two strike us down. But nah, I remember that night. It was a cool night. We was all vibing. No fights, no violence. I mean, everybody left home. I mean, look, I'm still here breathing today.
But with that many people in the evenings, it's pretty tough to handle and keep a hold on to.
Officers say they saw 2 people who were bleeding profusely and had what appeared to be serious stab wounds. Officers immediately responded and began applying tourniquets and direct pressure to try and save their lives. Police say 2 people are in critical condition and 6 have minor injuries. Officers say the cause of the fight is still unknown, but people say the area is familiar to violence at night.
Friday and Saturdays have been pretty wild at bar close for the last couple weeks, when everybody lets out at the same time.
But why here? Is it the demographic? Is it the location? Some might say it's the demographic. I would disagree. I honestly think we're just in a weird time period where the cultures are changing. The age differences are just not the same anymore. I mean, the respect is just not there like it used to be. So you step on somebody's shoe, instead of fighting, you might get gunned down. I mean, back in the day, that was a fade for sure. But today, now that's a mom bearing another child.
Police are looking to identify this knife-wielding suspect. These pictures were taken as the suspect entered the Pink Parrot nightclub. Police say he was part of a fight that broke out inside the Bricktown club early Saturday morning.
We knew who he was and where he was. It just was a matter of time before he was going to be captured.
Police and the U.S. Marshals Task Force took Brandon Johnson into custody earlier this week. Court documents indicate Johnson was seen on video at the bar holding a knife in his right hand and swinging the weapon. Johnson is accused of stabbing 2 men and a woman.
One suspect produced a knife and stabbed multiple people that he was fighting with.
Club patrons posted videos on social media of the chaos.
8 people were stabbed, 2 of them critically injured. Days later, investigators released surveillance pictures of a man they wanted to question, and today, police said he's 18-year-old Brandon Johnson. Officers arrested him on a warrant related to the stabbings. He now faces complaints of assault and battery. Bricktown nightclub, where 8 people were stabbed this past weekend, is now closed for good.
And it's not just because of that recent violence. News 4's Kaylee Olivas explains what else the Able Commission uncovered during an investigation into that knife attack.
Their investigation revealed several underage drinkers allowed inside this bar. The Pink Parrot was cited and ultimately gave up their license come Friday morning.
These are major violations.
4 counts of allowing a person under the age of 21 where alcohol is being sold, and another count of allowing a fight to happen.
There probably were more that were there that were underage, but 4 are the only ones that we can actually prove at this point.
One of those being 18-year-old Brandon Lamont Johnson. Court records show a brawl between two men happened just before 1:30 Saturday morning. Johnson wasn't even involved in the fight, but stepped in anyway. That's when he began swinging a knife around, stabbing at least 8 people, including a man in the neck. He was nowhere to be found when officers arrived, though. 2 days later, anonymous tips led police to a house Johnson was hiding in. He now faces 2 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon and another count with a deadly weapon.
There's no reason to have to feel unsafe just because people acting crazy like that.
Johnson has a long criminal history. He was also out on bond Saturday morning for 2 other pending cases: possession of drugs and drug proceeds, possession of a firearm after adjudication. Clabe says none of this would have happened if Pink Parrot had just turned the 18-year-old away. The bar has now surrendered their license, the Able Commission revoking it. The nightlife scene here has now faded into an empty space.
Well, there you have it. And let's be clear, Brandon Johnson is not the sole reason, but let's be honest, a pivotal reason why this bar was closed. But he's not the only reason. There are multiple tragic events that happened here. One man being shot and killed right outside. Another man was stabbed and died inside. And honestly, it seemed like the management just gave up. They were letting whoever they want in. This is the last call for Pink Parrot. ENT Uncut. Over and we out.
I would never come here. I think it's an unnecessary risk. There's places that are fun to go to that stuff like this doesn't happen at every single week, it seems like.